Well, globally, we know that it's U.S. employment data that's being heavily anticipated here. We saw Asia trading pretty mixed this morning. The JSE just managing to hold on to positive territory. What are your expectations on that front?
Yes, we've seen that today, especially with Asia, where Japan closed down, the Nikkei down about 0.27%. But with China coming up there, I think also Japan there, the regime change that will be happening, and also them not being sure what's going to happen with the employment data out of the United States this afternoon, and also we must remember that the United States is also on holiday on Monday, so long weekend anticipated there, and we've seen that the FTSE is also up this morning as well as the JSE up, but volumes very thin, just in anticipation of what happens when the United States wakes up and the data starts to come out. So, I think the sentiment is that, the data will come out a lot better. I've seen ranges of between minus 225,000 to about 233,000, but better than last time of 247,000. So, everybody holding their breaths, nobody wanting to really get involved too much and, put their necks on the line. So just waiting for the US data to come out.
Okay, well, just looking at why this is so important, it's because there's been a lot of uncertainty about the pace of the recovery. I mean, while we've seen a lot of positive economic data coming in globally, it's the consumer that's still under pressure, and it's it's there that we need to see some kind of recovery process come through before markets are convinced. Having said that, I mean, we have in the latest bull run see this market go up a lot faster than it's been going down. So is this something worth noting here?
Yes, there is. I think it's the pace, that we, like you mentioned, is the pace that we've seen in the bull market versus the contraction that we've seen in the bull market has been about for 3 to 4 weeks, strong. And, just this week we saw a bit of pullback. But I think, the United States consumer is so paramount to what happens in that country, because they account for about 70% of GDP, and and yesterday I think the market rallied also on the back of some major US retailers bringing out better sales data such as Gap and Costco, and so there was a bit of exuberance in the market, and the thought that consumers could be coming back, that consumers are still shopping, consumers are still active in the market. So this data is important, because if they don't have the money, the jobs are not present there. And unemployment rate is expected to be worsened a little bit to 9.5% versus 9.4%. So it will be a measure or a gauge as to where the US consumer sits at the moment and what would happen in the future. And I think also what's important is just the perception of whether there's jobs or not, the perception of whether the recovery is going to happen or not, is what's important for the consumer, because they will not spend should they not be sure whether they have a job or not next week. They will not spend should they be not sure whether the disposable income will be there the following week. So I think that's also very important.